Well, on the issue of security, you see, like I said, Mr. President has addressed the issue of Boko Haram and the new problem of armed banditry in the northwest and northeast, as you said. All we need to do is to, first of all, if you look at Ethiopia today, they have a population of just a little over 50 million. And they have more than 1 million policemen and women. Nigeria today, I don't think we have up to 1 million police. We have a population of 250 million people. So I believe that what we need to do is to employ more police officers and military officers, empower them, give them adequate training and equipment. Mr. President has already started buying the aircrafts that are required for the Air Force and so on and so on. So we need to increase the number of police officers and the military officers, give them adequate training and equipment. And by the time you give them take care of their welfare, I'm sure this issue will be resolved. And on the issue of Sheria, you see, I'm a Muslim. And I say everywhere I go that I am a Muslim, and I want to die as a Muslim. And like I said, I'm going to fight the problem of ignorance. And this is one of it. People don't know, a lot of people don't know that the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 38, has provided for freedom of religion, including freedom to change your religion if you want, to practice alone or in community with others, in private or in public. So as a governor of the state, I followed the constitutional provision, prepared a law, sent it to state assembly, and they passed it into law. And I implemented what the Constitution of Nigeria has given me the powers to do. For president, and even in the first state, I have never required or asked or forced any Christian to follow Islamic faith, because I would have done an unconstitutional act. So if I'm elected, by the grace of God, I'm going to be elected under the Constitution, and I'm going to take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of Nigeria. So I will never do anything unconstitutional.
Your party said to decide on the zoning formula for the population. So when your party settles for a consensus cabinet, will you be willing to support any consensus cabinet?
I said from the beginning that as a loyal party member, I've already assured Mr. President that I'm ready to abide by any decision of my party. I started this politics in 1998, and up to this moment, I have never changed any political party. I started with APP, which transformed into AMPP, and later, because of amalgamation of other parties, we became APC. So I remain in my party. As a loyal party member, I will remain in APC. I will never change my position, my party, so long as in politics.
I don't think you mentioned anything that you want to do for the Nigerian youth. There are so many of them out there, and yearly universities churn out graduates. A lot of them, the aspirations, the yearnings and aspirations is quite different from what we want. What are your plans for the youth? And maybe you will use this to touch on the associate way you want government to resolve.
Well, you see, I have already set 3 cardinal objectives. One is poverty alleviation and ignorance. The youth are all embodied into this kind of situation, because today our educational system is nothing to write home about in most of the states. So I will ensure free and compulsory education up to secondary school level. And if you go to Western world, today you find that there is what they call student loans board. Every student after secondary education will have access to higher education, university or polytechnics or colleges of education, because he doesn't have to come from a rich home. He can go to any government institution that is directed or geared towards providing loans through the Student Loans Board to him so that he can pay for his tuition fees, he can pay for his maintenance allowances and so on. So I'm going to have that board created, inshallah, so that every child of Nigerian society can go to university and become a doctor, engineer, and by the time you also graduated, the poverty alleviation programs that I will come up with, if you are an agriculturalist, you will have access to loans through Bank of Agriculture. If you want to go for commercial investment, you can go to Bank of Commerce and Industry to acquire necessary loans so that you can establish yourself. The kind of education we are going to target is going to be so efficient and effective to the extent that a student will not just come out with a certificate looking for employment. You are ready with your feasibility study, robust feasibility plan, and acquire a loan, and then establish yourself and also employ others. So on the education sector, I'm sure before the election time, this negotiation and discussion with ASU would have been concluded. The government is doing well, and the Federal Ministry of Education is already engaging them, and I've been following, and I think before the end of this year, you will have seen the outcome. I don't see that possibility of taking this strike up to election time.
Mr. Leon is going to ask second to last question. My friend is going to ask the last question. Dr. Leon.
Yeah.
Recently, we heard that your successor in office, another strong party chief,
Marafa.
Marafa has left the APC. I'm just wondering if you lose these key members of the APC in the state, what impact do we expect that we will play in the politics of 2023?
Maybe you have to look back. Check the history of the pro-politics. I was elected in 1999 and elected 2003 for second term. I was the only governor that handed over to his deputy. And when my deputy left and changed party, moved to PDP, I sponsored and supported Yari, and he became the governor. And Yari is the only time we lost was this court case when Yari did something, the primaries were not held, and the Supreme Court now gave power to PDP. And you can see the current governor who was in PDP, who got his position through the court, returned to APC because he was originally an APC member, because he started with me as in APP. He was my commissioner for local government and later environment. And he went to House of Rep through our party. So he just returned home. So I assure you the politics is solid. There is no fear. There is nothing to worry about. Worry about. We are still solid, inshallah.
You agree with me that security issue is one of those problematic problems this country is facing. How do you intend?
So thank you, Nagodi, mashallah. Okay.